Imagine you are deep in a chess game, pieces are flying, and you have an attack brewing. But wait, is your own king safe? Or perhaps you are defending, desperately trying to understand if your position will hold. Knowing when a king is secure or exposed is a fundamental skill in chess. A king's security or exposure for both players hinges primarily on three critical factors: the integrity of the pawn structure protecting it, the presence and activity of enemy pieces near its vicinity, and the availability of crucial escape squares. Let us dive into why these elements are so vital. The pawn structure acts as your king's personal bodyguard. A solid, unbroken pawn chain provides a strong defensive barrier, making it difficult for enemy pieces to approach. Conversely, weaknesses like doubled pawns, isolated pawns, or missing pawns, especially those on the F, G, and H files after castling kingside, create dangerous open lines and entry points for enemy rooks, bishops, and queens. These pawn weaknesses are like holes in a fortress wall. Next, consider enemy piece activity. A well-placed enemy knight on an outpost close to your king, a rook on an open file aimed directly at your castled king, or a bishop controlling key diagonals leading to your king can all spell immense danger. The more active and coordinated these enemy pieces are, the more exposed your king becomes. Finally, escape squares, often referred to as luft or air, are literally breathing room for your king. If your king has no safe squares to move to, it becomes susceptible to back-rank checkmates or simpler combinations once its direct defenders are overwhelmed. Creating an escape square by moving a pawn, for example to h6 or g6, can be a crucial prophylactic measure. So, how do you practically assess this for both sides? Begin by examining the pawn shield around each king. Are there any breaks or weak pawns? Then, count the attacking pieces versus the defending pieces in the king's zone. Look for open files or diagonals that point towards the king. Identify potential sacrifices your opponent might make to rip open your king's defenses. It is about proactive evaluation. Do not get so caught up in your own attack that you neglect to see the storm brewing around your own monarch. The same principles apply to your opponent's king. Where are their pawn weaknesses? Which of your pieces are well placed to exploit them? This deep understanding of king safety is also where concepts like prophylaxis come into play. Prophylaxis is the art of preventing your opponent's threats before they even materialize, often by shoring up your king's defenses or restricting their attacking pieces. Moreover, the player who has the initiative, meaning they are making active threats and forcing responses, can often dictate the pace of the game, making it harder for the defending side to adequately address their king's exposure. Sometimes, a seemingly counterintuitive king walk to a safer part of the board, or even towards the center in the endgame, can be the most secure option. By carefully evaluating the pawn structure, assessing enemy piece activity, and ensuring sufficient escape squares, you gain a powerful lens through which to view any chess position. This allows you to not only robustly defend your own king from danger but also to precisely identify and exploit vulnerabilities in your opponent's king's safety, transforming static positions into dynamic winning opportunities. It is the crucial balance between defensive awareness and offensive ambition.